So this is a follow-up to my last video on the 12-inch Powerbass with the loaded enclosure. Here's the box. If you guys haven't checked out that video, I'll put a link here so you guys can check it out. So yeah, I took it out of the box as you can see, so I could take a closer look at the sub and we can hook it up to the amp and play around with it. So before I get to the sub, let's look at the box, because in the last video I mentioned that I like the box because I thought it was a plastic material and it was very lightweight, but as you can see it's definitely an MDF. It's not plastic like I thought. So this part is like this looks like a 3/4 inch MDF, and then this here is a smooth like particle board kind of MDF. It's got some bracing on the inside, a little bit of glue. And what I noticed too is the ports. I did mention in my last video that they're flared. They're actually flared on the inside as well, so that's nice. I don't know if you can see that well on video on the inside, but yeah, they're flared on the inside as well. So no, it's not all plastic like I thought. It's just like a vinyl material that they glued on it, but they did a good job. It's very smooth and even everywhere. Anyway, back to the sub itself. So like I said, this is their budget, like entry-level sub. So it's got a small surround, it's got a paper cone. Let's look at the bottom. So yeah, it's a paper cone for sure. And while we're here, check out the basket. So this is what Powerbass is known for. It's their X design on their baskets. So this is actually a stamped steel basket, but they still implemented that X design, which is pretty cool. So as you can see, it's like a glossy black stamped steel basket with the X design. And look, check it out. It even has a PB stamped on it as well, and it's got some cooling. So it's a pretty cool looking budget basket, if you ask me. And let's look at the leads. So yeah, the leads are just the spade terminal kind. They don't have any push terminals, and it is a single voice coil, so there's only one side. But as you can see, they're not, it's not just the bare wire. On most subs you see like just the bare wire for the leads. These are actually have sleeves on them, and they're indicated with red and black for positive and negative. Let's see, it's still indicated there on the spade terminals themselves too though, so there's that. And this is a 40-ounce magnet, and the back plate and the top plate are blacked out, which is pretty cool. So you know what? Let me get my my Skar Audio, my 12-inch Skar Audio sub, and put it up next to it and let's compare it. So here's the Skar and the Powerbass side by side, so you guys can check it out. It's actually a pretty good idea that I want to compare these two, because apparently they both have a 40-ounce motor on them. It looks kind of smaller on the Powerbass, but I think that's because the top plate and the bottom plate are blacked out. Where on the Skar Audio, they're like a polished metal on them. I'm not sure if it's aluminum or not, but yeah, they're like polished on this side, and then because it's blacked out and the basket is blacked out, it looks kind of smaller, but they're both the same size. And what I was noticing when I put them together is I think the spiders are identical. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but the spiders on both of these, they look the same. They both have 6 rolls, and they're both about the same size. So maybe they use the same supplier, I don't know. But to me they look the same. But as you can see, the basket on the Skar is definitely just like a plain Jane basket, where the Powerbass, they got a glossy finish, and then it actually has that design like I mentioned. So the basket looks a lot nicer, but then the Skar's got the push terminals, and then the leads are actually woven into the spider, so that's nice. And you can actually see the voice coil on the Skar, but you can't do it on the Powerbass because the cooling is like that grill on there, that mesh grill, which gets in the way. About the same size. The gasket on the Skar is nicer though, because it's got that actual rubber gasket, where this just has a like a stick-on gasket at the bottom and this like foam stuff at the top. Not sure what this is for at the top really. Anyway, let's hook it up to the amp. Alright, let's see how much it can move free air. I'm gonna play a 20 Hz tone on it. It's moving quite a bit. Let's see how much power is going to it. About 96 watts, 90 watts, give or take. Give it a click or two more. Whoa. Dang. That's moving a lot. How much is that getting? 187? 185? See, I remember this thing is rated at 275 watt RMS. Let's get a bit of slow-mo on here. So it's getting a little warm, but I kind of want to give it one more click and push it a little bit harder just to see how much it'll move, at least just for a little bit. All right, let's do it. Oh my God. Wow. Look at that thing move. That's crazy. All right. Starting to smell it a little bit. Yep. It's pretty warm now. Man, but still, took it like a champ.